Let it get to you.
Nah.
Let it
Hold
get to you.
Nah. I need before we start this. I need you to listen to
Hold
this.
on, just listen to it.
I know
1,
what proof of it
2,
is, like.
3. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Are we official hunters, Pollo? Woo!
Of course.
Dun, dun. Okay, that was really fun. With that being said, today we're gonna talk about. I'm so bad at these shits, Polo. Can you tell them what we're gonna talk about?
What?
What are we
What do
talking
you
about?
mean?
What are we talking about today, Pollo?
What are we talking about? I wonder. We are talking about Monster Hunter Wilds that we were able to play at New York Comic-Con 2024.
That's right. So, over the weekend, we were able to get into New York Comic Con and start the demo for Monster Hunter Wilds. It was correct me if I'm wrong, it was a alpha or beta version of the tech demo that they showed in Gamescom. So
Yeah, I believe it's the same build as Gamescom.
same
I'm
build as
pretty sure it
Gamescom.
is.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's the same build as Gamescom. So,
Okay.
there was. Don't get me wrong.
A little
The game
clunky.
looks great. There was a few moments where there was a little bit of lag. There was a few moments where there was a little bit of stutter. That's always bound to happen when it comes to, early demos at conventions. That's always going to happen. I will never fault Capcom for something like that because I know that their finished products are usually great. Um,
But they
what
had,
I can say,
yeah.
what I can say about my experience with the game is that it feels like World with added smoothness to the animations.
Oh my
That's
God,
really what I
yes.
noticed.
Oh, that was such a good
It
point.
felt
Yeah.
it felt like World, but like there's certain like just the way your hunter runs, the way your hunter moves, everything felt smoother and it felt more. I wouldn't say realistic, right? I would say it felt it if it looked more cinematic. It had a very clean quality to the animations. Like your hunter's running, and you can see like the weight of them running. You know what I mean? They don't look like they're just floating in the air or floating. Um, like getting hit by the monsters, I like got flung, and like my body was just like not ragdolling, but like I was spinning through the air. I was spinning on the ground. I was like, yo, I got rocked.
Did you really?
Um,
I didn't have that same.
yeah,
Well, I don't think that. Not that I
I,
didn't
I
have
let
that
my
same
I let
experience.
myself I let myself get hit a few times, and I
No,
wanted to see. You know
I
what I mean?
didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I went in there and immediately got. I was like, wow, this fucking feels smooth. I was like, wow. Like I went into it and I was like doing the shit that I would do in World. You know what I mean? Popping off, getting my
Right.
combos already ready and stuff like that. And I could say like from all the mechanics perspective, it was really nice for the tech demo at New York Comic Con for Monster Hunter Wilds to give us a full hunt. What
Yeah.
what if I told you I wasn't expecting that?
What were you expecting?
I was expecting for us to do like a training thing, to get a weapon and then go into the training simulator.
Nah.
For us to try out the weapon. I didn't think they were gonna let us do a Dashiguma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
So
that was like, oh cool. Oh yeah, I'm down for this. So yeah.
because I'm me, as soon as the apex monster of the Windward Plains came out, Ray Dow was the Thunder Wyvern. As soon as he came out, I
Thormagala.
was like Thor Magala, as he's been coined by the fan base. I immediately booked it to where he was. Now, I
Oh
started to fight him for a little bit.
you separated from the pack? You went right
I
to.
absolutely did.
Oh
I absolutely
wow.
did.
Tell me about that. I didn't know
I
you. I didn't know you like
absolutely did.
they let you fight him.
They were trying to get us to focus on the main quest.
Yeah, yeah. That was they
And
were pushing us towards that. Yeah.
the guy was like, guys, only three people have beat Ray down thus far. So I think it's suggested that you guys focus on the main quest.
Oh, they
And
would let us fight him. Oh man.
well, technically we were not quote unquote able to, but I took the liberty of staying there like an extra minute. 'Cause in my head, I'm thinking, dude, let me have fun.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy this. So I took it upon myself to try to fight Ray Dow a little bit. Now, he is crazy. He is crazy. He has some cool moves. He looks awesome. I am excited to fight him. Um, yeah, Ray Dow right there. Perfect. Love him. He's so cool. Dashiguma was exactly as expected. He feels like a an Arzuros and a Gosfarog had a baby.
Man, this monster
Uh,
looks so cool, dude. This is
yeah, he's awesome.
this is the monster that Poyo
Fighting,
that went to go fight.
yeah, I technically was not quote unquote able to fight him, even though they were like I said, they were pushing us to stay on task. I guess they want people to go in and get out. But me being me, I said, no, I'm gonna fight this fucking dragon for like at least another few seconds. Because I want to see, want to enjoy him. Dashaguma's cool. He's probably gonna be like the super low level monster. He's what you expect from like the bears.
What are we thinking? We're thinking like a Great Jagras type of deal feel.
Yeah. So
Because the thing
ish,
is like the
right?
thing is the Dashi was like that motherfucker could smack you, bro. I was like
Oh yeah,
very
no,
surprised.
he was
He
fast.
was big and
And,
he
and
just
and
was mad flowy. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
yes, yes, the way
It
he
bugged me
moves
out for a little bit. I was like,
he
wait, what the
moves very
hell?
flowy, and I know it's exactly what you're talking about. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I experienced. He's very flowy. It's weird.
Mhm.
Not it doesn't move exactly how you would expect that kind of that kind of monster to move.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it was great.
That's
Um,
that's the Dashi right there. So
let's talk about weapons. So I tried sword and shield and great sword, and you tried hunting horn and long sword,
yep,
right?
yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
So if you want to talk
In
about,
my
well, let's not talk
so
about
I started off as
Sword and Shield.
a great sword main. No,
Oh no,
I
like
started
here,
off as
yeah.
hold on. I started off as a great sword main in Monster Hunter World.
Mhm.
Now, what I felt from Great Sword was Monster Hunter World's Great Sword with a little bit added smoothness to the animations, but the one big difference was focus mode.
For GS.
When I, t- yes, when I tell you I would charge focus mode and I was able to just hit the monster properly. You can use focus mode mid TCS, mid true charge slash. So basically, the first hit would happen, and if you're in focus mode, you can turn, and the second hit could be hit in a different direction. So if the monster, let's say you hit the monster and it moves right a little bit, you can still hit the second hit by turning right. It's so it takes a weapon
That sounds
that's
mad.
biggest.
That sounds mad jarring though.
It it was until I felt it. You know what I mean? It was until I was like, oh, it's it's just making me able to aim where I'm throwing my
The
fucking sword.
TCS,
Like this is
yeah,
great.
the
Yeah.
TCS.
So it felt like World's Great Sword. At a base, it was World Great Sword. There was nothing different.
But
Your screen went away.
oh yeah, no, just for a second. I'm trying to put the
Okay.
yeah.
Um it felt like World's Great Sword, but the added focus mode helped to like aim where your sword is going. Because in that split second that you're charging and a monster decides to move a little bit, in the old games, you were stuck in that spot. You know what I mean? You could move left and right a tiny bit, but now you have like 180 degrees worth of like movement. You can completely turn around.
Which I think for a great sworder, having the ability to be able to turn during focus mode just makes that weapon just
Goaded,
yeah,
goaded,
yeah,
goaded.
yeah. That's
I so
that's crazy.
excuse me. In theory, I shouldn't be missing my hits. Now, did
You
I?
just have to
Yes.
get
I haven't.
you just have to get good with TCS. Now I the thing is I
No, no. I haven't played Greatsword in a long while. So for me, at first, I was like, I had to get back in my Monster Hunter World brain. I have played Rise for way too long. You know what I mean? I had to get back into the World brain. And as soon as I picked up the weapon and charged it, I was like, there we go.
uh,
It was like
uh,
immediate. It was
uh,
immediately like, this
Wow.
is what I miss. Big meaty
Your
chops. You
big
know what I
meaty
mean?
chops, yeah. So
Big meaty chops. That's what I miss.
the thing is there was a great sword that I saw that was chopping and he was smacking too, and I was like, man, the smack just feels like wow, like a cocotazo, ¿me
Yep.
entiende? Like
Yep.
wow, like right there, and I was like, yo,
Yep.
that's really lit. Um,
Um, Not much else to say about Greatsword from the limited time that we got to play the game,
just
right?
more TCS. That's
Um,
just more TCS. True charge slash the bitch. Just that's it. That's all you need.
if
That's all
you
you ever wanted.
if
Fuck it, dude. Like.
if you right, if you played Monster Hunter World on Greatsword, you know what to expect at a base level.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt almost no different. You know, it felt good in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Now moving on to Sword and Shield. One big difference is the amount of mobility that you have in different directions while swiping. What used to happen in Rise and before is when you would start to attack with your sword, you would only step forward a tiny bit. In Wilds, you have full directional movement. You can swipe to the left, you can swipe to the right, and it's like a sidestep. It's so weird
Really?
because
Like
it feels like
directional
it
forward, you're
felt like a
moving forward.
completely
Directional right, you're
yeah.
moving right. Directional left, you're moving
Backwards, you have
left.
a tiny little
Backwards.
back step. If you move left, you have like a side swipe. If you move right, you have another side swipe. What felt weird was that usually in the older games, you had the 1, 2, 3 with the sword, and then the 1, 2, 3 with the shield. So you would do your 3 swipes with the sword, and then your 3 shield bashes. Now, I couldn't figure out because I mean I was under pressure. We had limited time. I couldn't figure out how to go from the regular normal 3 swipe. Mind you, I didn't try to just not touch the stick and swipe. So I don't know if the normal combo is in the game still. But I would go 1, 2, 3 and then try to shield bash, but it would do another sword attack. And I was like, whoa, what is happening here? So I don't know if the shield bash has been decoupled from the combo. It's possible that now you just have to go straight into shield bash.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
it could also be that we don't know what moves lead into the
I
other.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't looking at the top right of my screen to see what button comes after what. I was just playing the game and feeling it.
That's right.
I
It
wasn't
was
like
that right.
I
It
wasn't
was
there to
there.
pay
It was
attention to
there.
detail. I was not there. I was not there to pay attention to minute details. Like, oh, look at the combo list. This is what I can do. No, I was there to play the game, enjoy my time playing the game, and feel what we're gonna experience, sort of, in 4 months.
You
You
know
know what
what's
I mean?
yeah. You know what's crazy though? If you played a Monster Hunter, you could go into this and just play it. And no,
For
yeah,
certain
yeah, no,
weapons,
yeah, no. For the ones that I
it
picked,
felt like
for
it
the
felt
ones
like
that
Monster Hunter.
yeah, for the ones that I picked, it felt like that. Though there were changes, I was that if you don't mind, is there anything else you'd like to talk about with the great sword or the sword and shield?
Sword and Shield, Perfect Rush is still there. I didn't get to do a focus attack. I mean, a focus strike. I didn't get to do that. I did do the
Oh
focus
yeah,
strike with the great sword.
that's right. No
I
focus.
did do it with the
How did
great sword.
how does the focus strike work?
You hold L2 and then you press R1. And when you hit a wounded part, or no, when you hit a wound that you create on the monster that it's glowing red, then the focus strike happens. If you don't hit the wound, you don't get a focus strike.
Also, very interesting that they decided to go with PS controller, PS equipment.
PS controls, right? I'm not
Yeah,
surprised, really.
yeah. I don't know if
Not really
they're. I'm not
surprised,
sure if
actually.
Sony is going hard for them or what the case. But when we got there, that's what the console they were using was
Oh,
PlayStation and PS controllers. There
I
wasn't any
have something that was
variation. What was
I have
that?
something that was kind of tripping. I have one thing that was tripping me up a little bit about focus mode with the great sword specifically because I didn't try it with Sword and Shield. Um, when I was holding L2, because I'm so used to holding my stick forward when I'm using my great sword, the camera, because I'm in focus mode, was going up, even while holding not holding the right stick, but holding the left stick. So I think depend. So if I, for example, for greatsword, because it's a charging weapon, it keeps you stationary. I think that's why my camera was moving up. So it was tripping me out while it was happening. I was like, "Yo, is this controller drifting, or is it just me holding the stick up?" And then I stopped holding the stick, and it stopped. And I was like, "Oh."
Mm,
So depending on the weapon, if it's a charged move, the camera's gonna move up a little bit while you're holding the left stick. So you have to like not. I have to break some of the habits that I have from the older games.
yeah, good on them for creating like a different version of the weapons, like toolkit.
I
Like
say Great Sword is the one that so like I said, I only tried two weapons, Great Sword and Sword and Shield. Great Sword felt like ultra familiar. You know what I mean? It felt like
yeah, yeah. The weapons
it
I
felt
thought felt
it
ultra familiar.
felt it felt almost exactly like World's Great Sword. And you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's how I see the World Great Sword, which is why I don't like it in Rise because the playstyle is completely different.
Yeah,
Um,
it's aerial
now
greatsword.
you want it wasn't, but do you want
I'm
now you want to talk about your two weapons?
yeah. I'm gonna get right into that's greatsword. Where's hunting horn? There we go, hunting horn right there. So I've the reason I'm going hunting horn first is because I want to leave my main weapon for last. But hunting horn was very interesting. It is world horn, and if you say that it's world horn with a little bit of rise, you're not 100% wrong. But it's no longer the breakdancing, in your face, out of your face, fucking damage dealing monster that it was in Rise. It's not. But the one of the drawbacks for Monster Hunter Rise's um, hunting horn was its separation from KO ability. And let me tell you, this version of the horn was smacking the fuck out of the Dashiguma. The core attacks, so the left swing, the right swing, batting attack, and the big
It looked like
the big triangle circle. I remember we were played on PS5 controller. Slam were
right
all there. All of the core
from World,
moves
right?
from World and from Rise were
Yeah,
there. Now here's the thing though. There was shit I was doing with the hunting horn that I did not understand how it would happen. In
right.
focus strike, you don't have a charge, but you have the Earthshaker poke that allows you to do the jump and do the bang, bang, bang. In my opinion, the horn is going to be a crazy AoE DPS monster. And the reason I say
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
and the reason I say that is because the extension from hilt to top of the weapon is long. It was very wide reaching, and every move had directional. So if I left input in the swing, he would swing it farther left. If I
Would you
directional
like
forward,
dash left a little bit?
No, it just swung his
Would you?
body. It just swung his body with it left.
Oh,
So
so you would.
so
So you would. Oh,
yeah. So that here's the thing. So base neutral swing was regular golf swing.
regular
Yeah,
swing.
but remember how in Rise you have the switch skill that can allow you to do the swing over.
Yeah.
It was a variation of that, but directional left circle or right triangle, whatever the case is concerned. So the directionals for the directionals inputs are very important for these weapons going forward, and it was very prevalent in the.
Yes. Yes.
So here's the thing to say that. What did they change in the core foundation of Hunting Horn was the inputs for the echoes and the sound for notes, right? But the way in which the horn like movement wise is you have to input directionals for your moves and allow for the horn to fucking swing you. So it's momentum based.
Right. That's kind of what I felt with Sword and Shield. If I held my stick left, my hunter would
Yeah, but for the
swing towards the left.
yeah,
Like
but
my hunter would swing towards the left, but also his body would move left.
so here's so this for the Sword and Shield, it felt like it was strafing. For the Hunting Horn, it feels like he was using the weapon's momentum to move him.
That makes sense, though.
So I was like, okay, if I get really good at this, I can just use the momentum and get as fast as Rise's horn while still fucking him up. Now,
and not only that,
yeah,
you can keep yourself safe if you play it right.
If you know what you're doing. Here's the one thing though, I just couldn't figure out how to proc the echo bubbles. I could not figure out how to proc them, and they were on the, they were showing the input. I just couldn't proc them, and also too, I don't know how the, so when I was doing the dancing, so when I was like procking my buffs, for like the show for what I guess is called a showcase, right? When I was procking the buffs, the sound was even though the fucking horn was on the floor almost, the sound was reverberating up. So it was giving stun damage while I was underneath the monster's head. Even though I wasn't directly hitting the monster, it was like, and then you could soft cancel the buff proc. So you can you can go into dance.
Oh, you can cancel it into another move, right?
Yeah, you could dance. I was dancing, and I would smack him. I would fucking smack him, Polo. Bang! Right there.
Perform,
and then perform again.
Perform smack. Yeah.
Yeah, and then but the thing is, if you have enough notes stacked, you could do that shit to 3 times. And then he does a jump up move and smack. And I was like, brother, that's what this is. This is not about auto casting the buffs. It's about you.
Not like Rise.
It's about you fucking the monster up, and the buffs are coming with it, bro. And that's why I was like, yes. Now,
this is what I noticed.
I'm gonna let you say that in 1 second. The guy that was playing next to me, not any shit to him, but I was switching back and forth the weapons because the mechanic for switching the weapons was seamless. On the Sacred, it was literally right directional, like the analog.
No, up directional.
Up. Was it right?
Was it right?
It was right. It was right. It was right.
It was right.
It was right D-pad, and it was seamless. Call Sacred, switch, and then go right into the fight. And I was really, really happy about that. The guy that was right next to me was like, "Oh, we have another hunting horner here. I'm so sorry. I'll use another weapon." And I was like, "You don't have to." And he was like, "Yeah, no, I like to be more support." And then back in my mind, I was like, "Shut the fuck up! This weapon is so good right now. Why don't do that to me?" It's not a support weapon. So, your damage increase is because of me. Your damage is my damage. That's it.
So this is what I noticed from also like hearing a lot of early showcase, like from a lot of YouTubers talking about the weapon, was that at a base it feels like World's hunting horn, but they have made it faster in the aspect of you stack your notes and you can perform your three times in a row, but also do moves in between each performance.
Yeah,
making it so where technically you can cut your performance short if you need to and dodge out the way
Yeah, did you
and do
see
something
that?
else.
Did you see like you could hold performance for the full length, but
Right,
I was not doing that. When you do performance one time, it's a quick like the horn goes off type of shit. But
right.
when you do it, and I could see you performing, waiting for the monster to come, and then give it a quick smack like a bot motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I did that one time. I was like, let me try this out. I stacked a bunch of buffs. I got into the corner as the monster was coming. I initiated the performance one time, and as he came, I smacked him, and it got the KO.
Right.
And then I kept performing after that, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's like,
You want to stack your notes and then start doing stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's kind of how it worked in the old world, except now it's a little bit more free.
yeah. But the
So
thing,
you have more choices than what you can do.
yeah, but the thing is you're not supposed to worry. To my thing of noticing was a smart horn player would set all of his proper buffs in the beginning of the hunt, and then during the hunt will perform his combos or perform their combos, and then proc up buffs when need be. But
Right.
it's about the sonoros. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You know the aspect that we the tone
Sonorous.
sonorous. It's all about the sonorous of the weapon and using the wide reach that it has.
Yeah.
So when you learn that, it's like, and the self improvement buff, boyo, the weapon went from sluggish to instant speed boost, and okay, like that. It might be because it's a new game or whatever the case. But when I put self improvement on, I was like noticeably like this is a drastic change in speed wise. But
I
that
mean,
could,
self improvement's always
yeah,
giving you
yeah,
a
but
massive speed boost.
that could have just been me though. So, but whatever. Um. So with that being said,
Longsword.
longsword, bro. What if there was more change to a weapon, it would have been, I think, outside of longsword probably be IG, but longsword just was like
It
not
looks so good and aggressive.
so it the simplest way I could describe it is there has never been more tools to get to red gauge than there is in this version of longsword.
Yeah.
I also noticed that the directional is also play a huge factor in the way that these weapons are working now. Directional inputs will determine what your move will come out to be. And also, I was again doing shit that I wasn't understanding. So we all did it. We went into the weapons, playing them like we played them in the previous versions of the games. So I
And
went in, and that's what fucked us up.
that's
And
what
I
messes us up a little
Yeah,
bit for
and
sure.
I went into
Almost like
do you think?
a
So I went into the weapon.
skis too right here.
Yo,
I'm back.
okay. So I went into the weapon thinking that like the triangle bread and butter combo would give me a circle input, which is the poke, and a circle input would give me a poke. That was not the fucking case. Triangles were
So
just, huh?
when you did circle, what move came out?
A rising slash.
The regular up slash?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's gonna make you do the bread and butter
As of
combo and initiate the circle as the second input. So you're
yeah.
gonna have to go triangle circle triangle to do the quick one.
So what that means is now
But the thing
the
is,
poke.
yeah,
All
but
right. So this is the thing with the long sword previously. You would draw your weapon, and it was poke and either foresight and either foresight or sheath,
yeah,
right? In this game, now you have to either ups rising slash or overhead slash.
Yeah.
That honestly is a big nerf.
Yeah.
The speed.
Well, so the
No, it's a big
no,
nerf to speed.
but
The
but the
poke is instant. The
yeah,
poke
but
is instant.
yeah, the thing was is you would there was a poke. I just don't know how
But
to
it
get to
came after another
I
move.
I
Yeah, yeah.
don't
The
I
poke
don't
is
know
still in the game.
I don't know how
It
the
just doesn't
yeah,
come.
I don't know how it works.
You just
I don't know how
can't
to
do
get
it
there.
off. You just can't do the poke like you can in the older games where you just press circle
And you're
and
there already.
poke.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the thing is I there's more ways to initiate to get to red gauge. You can still EI sheath and then get the gauge fulling momentum thing. And one of the bigger factors was once I figured it out, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Focus Strike has a charge for a like a is it EI slash, right? No, what's the name of the move? Yeah, it's EI slash.
So
So
he
the E
enters a stance and charges it, and then when he throws it, he does like a spin.
yeah, it's like a
Like
spirit slash. It's a spirit slash. It's a spirit slash. Is
right,
what it is. Yeah.
right,
So you get into
and it
focus
gives
mode.
you a level of gauge,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You get to focus mode and you do this cool like you do like charging motion that you see your weapon go red as if it's ready for the spirit, like the end of a spirit combo, and it does the end of a spirit combo, and you get a gauge.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, hold on a moment. If I spam this shit, I'm gonna get to red gauge super fast. And I did that, and that's what happened. And I was like,
Right.
holy fuck, this is the fastest I've ever gotten to red gauge. You can argue that, oh, just spam fucking counters, but I can't proc the circle first to do it. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I would do that move, and Poyo, oh my god. Once I figured it out, I was like, holy fuck. I would do it, bam, 3 times in a row, like bam, charge it again, bam, charge it again, bam,
Right.
charge it again. I was there, 1, and then 2 when I got to Helms. So let me say this too. EI special sheath, the counter move is still there, and the regular foresight slash counter is also still there. When I did the helm splitter, which is the poke, toss your hunter into the air, helm splitter back down, it felt like World's helm splitter. It was crunchy.
It looks like it too.
It was crunchy.
It looks like it too.
It was crunchy. You proc, you have a secondary move that you could do, which was an
Right
additional
after, yep.
on R1, and he
A
does like
follow-up.
my one mo shinderu like bunch of slashes, and it takes another level of your gauge.
But see, that's not a problem because you can build gauge
Again,
quickly. Even like, well, don't get me wrong. In Rise, you have Sakura Slash,
but
and
my but
what the
my
new
thing
move
is,
reminds me of is a Sakura Slash that doesn't propel you as forward as Sakura Slash does.
yes, but the one other thing is I don't know what's the combo ability out of the 2 moves. So what if you can combo another move that isn't that move?
You might be able to sheath at you either might be able to special sheath after the follow up. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There were so many different moves that he was doing. He was fucking directional foresight slashings 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. And I was like, how am I fucking doing this? It was directional.
When
The
you got to red gauge, how did
the combos
you
changed. The
move?
combos changed. The
Yeah,
combos
it's completely
the
different.
combos changed when you did that.
The
He
the,
had
the
a
triangle hit is a double slash,
yes, and it's a
right?
double slash
Yeah.
either way. Also, the forward move, he goes fully forward. Like
Hmm.
he does like almost like a hop forward. So the moves become more aggressive and in your face, and they become faster. I just don't know how
Well,
to. I just don't know how to get there, and that's what got me tight. Not got me tight. I was like, I wanted to just keep playing all day because I was like,
I wish.
fuck, man. There's so much. There are so many things. There are so many moves that I don't know how I'm doing them, and they are being done. And
Right.
there were things that was getting me out of trouble that I didn't know was getting me out of trouble. Ergo, the focus charge spirit slash was a Sakura slash. That if I moved, if I input a directional at the start, it would move me in that way. So if I used it left, I was doing that move, but ending farther left.
Right. So besides like the four weapons we played, I saw a little bit of gameplay from other people there playing.
Like
I saw so what I mainly remember seeing was dual
the
blades.
the LBG though, the LBG charge.
And I didn't see. I don't really think I saw any proper gun gameplay. I really don't care as much yet. Um, but let me tell you something about dual blades. So there was a person on the left of you playing dual blades when you were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were playing, my eyes moved over there for a second. They had just gotten into Arc Demon mode, and they were like, there was like a blue trail coming off of their dual blades, and they were like, you know how dual blades is like super mobile? It was like even more mobile. It was like,
We didn't do. You
yo,
know
it
what?
was spin to win. It looked so good, and I just might end up picking dual blades again for a time.
The thing was is we weren't. The thing was we weren't dodging. We weren't trying to do perfect dodges. That was the thing. We don't know what the weapons have with perfect dodges. And that blue trail is from a perfect dodge. Of course, the SS would, I mean not SS, the DBs would be in perfect dodge mode because they're constantly dodging.
There you go. All right. Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, we weren't perfect dodging. That was the thing. And it would make sense that he would get that buff or that stance change from the perfect dodge because all the dual blades are doing are dodging. You heard?
Say it again. I'm sorry. I
No,
zoned
you're
out
good.
for a second. Huh?
You're good. You're good. I was saying that blue trail was from the perfect dodge.
Yes. Yes.
And it would make sense that we would see a dual bladers potentially proc that because all they're ever doing is dodging.
Right.
So it could be a full stance change for a specific amount of time. And all of the other weapons that don't have guards potentially have that. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do that. It's not like the thing is it's not like it's fucking crazy because it's not like they just added a core move here or there. They did full revamps of a lot of the weapons that we thought they didn't do much of. Like I didn't think that longsword was gonna have that much of a change to it, and I didn't think that hunting horn was gonna feel that smacky smack and that wide
Oh,
reaching.
also, longsword in red gauge has been nerfed as well, right?
It has to because it's doing too much damage.
No, no, no. What I mean is, so previously there was a certain like modify like percentage modifier that has been lowered in wilds compared to I can't remember the exact numbers, but I know that it is not putting out as much damage, and that is because the weapon has become faster with in red gauge with certain moves.
Yeah,
Now the double hits,
you need to just you need to it's less about doing more of the continual damage overall. It's more about doing the helm splitters. It's more about doing those. Not
yeah, I can see that.
it's not consecutive damage. It's initial damage.
Right.
So you need to
I'm
get
trying to
to
think about
you need to get to red gauge to do the EI. You need to do red. That's why they gave you the cancel.
yeah,
That's why they gave you.
yeah,
That's why it's like once I get to red.
yeah.
It's once I get to red gauge, I'm fucking splitting him. That's it.
And if the
That's it.
monster, if I go to helm splitter him and
It
I hit
doesn't
the
work
first
out,
hit
and he's
and then he
moving.
moves,
I gotta cancel. Now, how
Right.
the fuck do you cancel? Fuck beyond me, bro. I have no
I
idea.
think you press I
Circle.
think you press Chief. No, you press Chief
I
for R1.
the fuck do I know? Yeah, there was so much that could have been done.
If you didn't yeah, if you didn't try to do it, then you wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um I don't really remember any other weapons that I saw that were like, oh look. My brother played Insect Glaive. That is his main weapon. He said that it felt very awkward because his combos were completely different, and the aerial glaive has been like taken out. Like you don't get popped up back into the air after the aerial the big aerial move. So I don't know what they're doing with Insect Glaive. I don't know. We gotta figure that out when the game comes out. We just gotta log for a while for sure.
Lab for a little bit to damage numbers, to go testing, do like full like fucking determinations of like what's. I mean, if my thing is like the way to start all of that off is to like run TCSs to the ground and see what the damage numbers are gonna be, and then work everything else from there.
I felt that.
That would be my way of thinking. Do the biggest possible damage number on the biggest possible move, and then work your way down. And then what happens in Focus Strike if you don't do TCS?
And focus. What do you mean?
Like, what's the focus move if you don't do TCS?
Oh, so if you hold L2 and then you press R1, the move that comes out, it the hunter swings the sword and hits the wound, and then it drags the sword through the wound.
Oh
And
yes, yes, yes.
I did it. I got it to come out once. I had missed it the first time I tried it, and then the second time I tried it, the monster got down, and I attempted it, and I got a second knockdown off of it, and it hit the monster pretty fucking hard. Don't ask me what numbers were because I don't know. I wasn't
No,
paying
I
attention.
didn't. I didn't see numbers. I didn't see numbers. I didn't see numbers. I don't think they would give that. I know that they were giving us Divine Blessing 3 though.
Well, the armor sets had a few skills on
They
them. I
were
looked
giving us
through it,
they
and
were giving us Divine Blessing 3, bro. They were like, we don't want you to get
it
hit for
was
shit.
yeah, it was like a very very low level. It felt like it was like low rank gear.
So my question is what do you
You know
think
what I
that
mean?
what do you think that like we've seen a lot, right? And demo time would be good opportunity for us to be able to work things out. Like the demo version of these weapons, whenever the demo does come out, will be a nice opportunity for us to be able to do some testing and work through some of the combos and
Yes,
stuff like that.
yes,
My
and
question, yeah,
also speaking about demo, right? That's also going to be a later build, not the one that we just played. So it's
yeah,
going to be a more recent build
and more
of the
responsive
game,
and more because I do feel like some of the
and it's a
inputs
little smoother.
I do feel like some of the inputs were laggy though.
I feel like this build is. I mean, the build is never going to be perfect, especially because it's the
No,
same build that we've
no,
had for a few months.
no.
It's the
Yeah.
same build that we had since Gamescom, and even then, people were saying like, felt a little weird. There was a little bit of lag, a little bit of stutter, and I'm like, yeah, but we expect that. Like, it's an alpha. It's basically an alpha build. Like, we don't expect it to be like perfect. Give me a second, bro. Thank you.
I I
You too.
I think the thing is like this is gonna sound crazy. My mouth was open the entire time. I know what you're thinking, but like it was very true. I was like in awe the whole time because I was like, and it's not like I'm glazing Monster Hunter. I'm not trying to, even though it's my favorite
I
series.
will.
Even though it's my favorite series, I was just like going into it and I was like, damn, I could see myself staying here for hours and just like rocking these two weapons because
I get that.
because like I was like the two weapon situation is a hard one for me because I don't know any situation that I would want to use two different weapons. I can see myself using two of the same weapons, like a sleep longsword and a blast longsword or a poison longsword, to proc different of the buffs or the debuffs or the ailments. But
Right.
using longsword and hunting horn in conjunction with each other made for a very unique Torba playstyle.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like hunting horn is gonna be my secondary weapon. But once I figure out how that weapon works in its entirety, it's gonna be a fucking wrap. If self-improvement has an impact on any other weapon outside of your own initial
I don't
weapon,
think it will.
you can kiss my
I
ass
don't think
three
it will.
ways to fucking Sunday.
I don't think that's going to be a thing for sure. The other buffs do persist when you change weapon though. So that
Yes.
is confirmed.
Yes.
Self-improvement
And
is not going to.
and what's sad is I saw a lot of people riding the sacred with their bow guns, shooting, and then getting off to use their melee weapon. And I was
Well,
like, and
see
I
that
was like,
the
and I was
problem
like, also there were
the
some really
problem
shitty
is that
Monster Hunter
you're
players. Fuck that. But that's besides the point. I'm just a purist.
the problem is also that
Yo soy un profesional.
people are not realizing that mounted combat, I'm pretty sure, has reduced damage and very, very, very few moves. The whole point of the game is not to stay on your sacred the whole time, even with a gun. You're supposed to get off your sacred and fight. The only reason why we have the ability to attack on the sacred is either one, to chase monsters, or two, when we're being chased by a group of monsters, we're able to sort of defend ourselves. But it's not to stay the whole hunt on the sacred. And I noticed
No.
people doing that,
Yeah,
and it was
people were
pissing
doing
me.
that, and it was pissing me off. Like I was like, nah, dude, you gotta get off the sacred, dude. There's no way this is gonna work
It
with the
felt like
environment.
there was a lot of people who never played Monster Hunter there, honestly.
Why would you say the
It
whole why
felt
why would you say the whole hour if you like if you weren't
not
trying
even
to?
that. It felt like there was a lot of people who had never played Monster Hunter before. And the reason why I say that is because I saw people, I saw a dude on Longsword who
Oh,
was not comboing
oh
at
my
all.
God! Don't get me started with that
He would
shit.
do the fade slash, do nothing after that. And I'm
Nothing
like, you
after
obviously don't know how the weapon works.
getting to white gauge and staying in white gauge the whole time. I wanted to literally shit myself. Let me
You know,
not talk
listen,
shit.
listen, listen.
And then it
Some
was
people,
this is why the ignorance for Monster Hunter players is still there, because like I said, the guy that was next to me, he could have been an amazing dude, was like, oh, I wanted to run support. And I was like, I swear to Christ, if you use the word support and the hunting horn in conjunction again, I will break this fucking monitor right now. And maybe it's because we've been playing Monster Hunter for so long and we've gotten really good at it. I do believe, though, that this game allows for heavy customization, and it's gonna allow for people to come in and really be able to play their way. Because
yeah,
the guy next to me too, they were showing him the accessibility features because he asked about it, which was interesting, and they were talking about
okay,
the level of inverted controls that you can do for each weapon. You can actually
okay.
change the way the weapon inverts certain attacks.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You can even there was key bindings, so you can change key bindings the way you wanted to.
Right.
The changing the health potion duration, not duration, but like there was the health potion thing where it was like you would use the right potion for the amount of health that
Oh
you
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah.
which
I remember seeing that.
which it's not gonna change the speed at which you take it. It's just gonna take the right like it's a small detail. It's not.
It's
I
a
would
small detail.
I would run it. I would run it knowing that it just does potion versus max potion. That's it. It does
I don't think it's.
potion versus high
I think
potion.
it's
I mean,
only gonna be.
yeah,
I think it's only gonna be mega potion and regular
mega
potions for
potion or
that.
regular potion. And you know what? It's small, it's like a small quality of life change that I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm not really mad about that. You know what I mean? Like it's like uh, it's the bullshit about hot drinks and cold drinks, but it's fine. I was like, you know what? Thank you, man. That was
Yeah, I don't
a
I
really
don't
nice
know
touch.
I don't know
It
if
comes.
they
I believe it comes standard because yeah, I believe it comes standard.
yeah, I don't um what else
What
can I think about?
whatever they're gonna bring for the DLC, whatever they're gonna bring for the DLC is
I'm not even worried about DLC yet, and I'm gonna
I
explain to you why. Yeah.
I didn't
So
get a flashy pooty, but there was
I
flash
I
there's flash bugs and I did hit them and that shit blinded fucking me. So that so when them bitches go off, that monster's gonna get fucking fucked up.
um I would say that during my hunt, I enjoyed myself, but because I felt so lost on Sword and Shield, I I had to switch off of it. I had to go back to Greatsword. I was like, yo, this feels so awkward. I'm not ready for this. I need to go back to familiarity, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I can see how Sword and Shield is going to be nasty, and I'm excited for me getting better with that weapon when the game actually, well, at least when the demo drops. We still don't have any word on the demo. I think either very late December or mid January is when we're going to get a trailer.
I'm hoping they do it closer to the release of the game. Even though in my heart I would want it now.
A month or two before.
I think that they I would give them whatever time they would need to
Yeah, same.
do it. Yeah,
Let them
do it
cook.
right. Yeah. So
Let Capcom cook.
yeah, they're talking about it being more story driven. They're talking about
Yes,
it being more accessible. There are
yes.
more monsters that you will fight in packs in this game, which will require for more cooperation from fellow hunters. I saw the Thormagala, otherwise known as the Raydal, pull up and try to separate us. It fucking shot the Dashaguma directly in the face, and that blew my mind. Um, the environmental.
I saw some little raptors. I saw some, I when I was fighting the Dr. Guma.
Yep,
I had some little raptors pull up and start
the
attacking him. And I was like, yo, this is cool.
yeah. So, but they also attacked us too. They were like the little like razor faced ones.
Yes, yes.
They look like two sickles. Yep. I was wondering about those. I have not. Those are
Those are
old
new, I
school.
think. I
No,
think
no,
those are,
no.
no, I think
Those are old. I've seen them in GU.
no,
I've seen them in GU.
no, those are new.
Oh,
I'm telling you, those are new.
so I would say, from my closing thoughts, even at the fucking the level of tech demo that it was there, the environment was beautiful. The monster was engaging.
The map was legitimately like I was baffled by the size of just one area, one
One
zone
area,
in the map.
one zone, and they wouldn't. And the thing was, they
The
wouldn't let us explore more, and I know why, and I'm okay with that because I got lost.
I got a little
I
lost
got
at some
lost.
point.
I got lost, and I was like, okay,
Um,
I'm cool getting lost.
I'm cool with getting lost.
Mm-hmm.
For my closing thoughts, I would say if this is anything representative of just a small sliver of what we're getting, I am probably 10 times more excited than I was before playing that demo because now I know what to expect. Like, yeah, when you watch the game, you see it, it looks great, right? But when you feel it, it's a completely different story because now we understand what we're walking into. And it's going to be a great time. This is going to be a great game. I know it's going to be a great game. I'm excited.
Sink our hours and hours of fucking time into this one. No.
Oh man, I have at this point I think I have like about 3,000 hours in the whole series. I'm gonna put in another like 2,000 into this game for sure.
I'm excited. I think I'm. I
Yeah,
think. I think I'm more excited now than I ever was before on it.
I was already like really really buzzing with excitement, but now that I've played, I can confidently
Like
say
I want more. Like
I
that's the
I
problem.
I need the game now.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
need the game now.
All right. So as hunters, what do we say,
There's
Polo?
always that one.
The
There's
one
always that
line.
one moment that we come to, the one line that means everything to us. Happy hunting!